What's up, GK family? It's J.O. Schlee here. We've started the Bible again, and this whole month we're talking all about the first part of Genesis. Our big picture question to answer this week is this: who is God? Who is He? God is our Creator, the King of everything. You know, some teachers and kids even shared that God is our everything. He's my everything. I love that. Genesis 2 and 3 recounts sin's entrance into the world through Adam and Eve's disobedience. From the earliest pages of the Old Testament, we are introduced to the gravity of sin and mankind's need for redemption. A redemption promised by God through an offspring of Eve. Let's talk about what I just said. The gravity of sin and mankind's need for redemption. Say, for example, you're walking along, carrying a Lego set you just made, right? You've got that in your mind. It's a set you've wanted for a long time. And I'm not just talking to kids here. We as adults have also always wanted a certain Lego set, right? Like the Millennium Falcon or one of the major Star Wars sets. Anyways, we're walking along and you trip, sending your newly built Lego set flying, hitting the floor and smashing it into a bunch of pieces. That's exactly what happened when Adam and Eve sinned. All of a sudden, we are pulled down into a darkness no longer perfect. Just like gravity pulled the Lego set down, mankind was pulled down out of perfection and into sin. Guess what? We know the rest of the story. A rescuer, Jesus, would come to undo the curse of sin and crush the enemy. God revealed His glory through Eden, a thriving garden where His people's needs were lovingly met. His beautiful creation was all theirs for the taking, with only one exception from Genesis. Listen, we talk about this here in Genesis 2:17. You must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for on the day you eat from it, you will certainly die. God's comment was not a means to withhold good. Rather, His command was for their good. That is, by obeying Him, they would find life. You see, when faced with the serpent's lies, Adam and Eve failed to believe God's words. They were enticed by the fruit's appearance. Their eyes were opened to the knowledge of good and evil when they took that bite. However, because they disobeyed God's command, they would now experience sin's consequences and the reality of death, pulled down by the gravity of sin. I'll leave you with this. As Romans 5:19 reminds us, for just as though one man's disobedience, the many were made sinners, so also through the one man's obedience, the many will be made righteous. What a gift! Praise God for sending Jesus. Teachers, as you prepare over the next couple of days, take time to meditate, to think on God's care for His people, from the beauty of creation to the mercy revealed in Jesus' sacrifice. May you teach His truths clearly, your own faith made evident to the boys and girls learning from you this weekend. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday.